Peace and blessings, beloved family. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who's Naked Up in Here. I am your host, Mr. Witz, alongside my gorgeous co-host, the phenom known as Gifted. Everyone, please open your mics and your hearts and let's greet each other the way family do.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
we
Hey,
made it.
We made it.
We made it to
Happy-
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Just barely.
Right.
I'm trying to tell
Right.
you. I'm trying to tell you, it's been rough, but we are consistent and we keep each other, which is the best part about it. Is we
Yeah.
push each other forward by pouring in that energy. So it's always a blessing to share this space with you all.
Amen.
Gita, would you like to say anything before I make the announcements?
No, just welcome everybody. And yes, like Nemo said, we made it. That's right. Hey, hey, hey. So welcome everybody. I'm looking forward to a wonderful night.
Yes. And thank you for the beautiful music. Opening up this evening definitely have me moving a little better in that kitchen area. I'm trying to get me something to eat. I haven't eaten since I got off of work, so but we're gonna push forward. For those who are viewing us for the first time and those who will be catching the replay, this is an open mic. This is a safe space to share. Here we treat each other with no prejudice. We love on each other like family, so there's no hate speech in here, only upliftment for each other as we catapult one another into our rightful place as artists. Um, with that being said, all those who are willing to share will be allowed to share two pieces unless your work is short. In that case, we have wiggle room for you to express a bit more. All those who are in the sharing mood, there's a reaction button at the bottom of the screen. If you click on that, you can raise your hand. All hands raised will be acknowledged. As always, I like to try to start the show off, but every now and then, I draw from the inspiration of you all. But tonight, I think I'm going to dig into um, some of the throwbacks and show some love for my queen. So, if you would like, if you don't mind, um, please open up your hearts and mics and show some love for myself, Mr. Witz.
Mr. Witz, let's go. Let's go.
Let's
Go,
go. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Come on. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to find it.
For a minute, I thought something was wrong with my sound, bruh.
No, it's
Hello,
me.
everyone.
Hey,
What's up, sweetie? What's
Hey,
up? Glad you
Erica,
could join.
Hello. I am
Yeah.
backing
Yes,
out of the gym right now. I should be home in 10 minutes.
All right, be
Okay,
careful,
beautiful.
girl.
Okay.
Yes, be careful.
Traveling mercies.
Thank you, babe.
That part. The first time I saw her on a live was Fly. Her first peek up at the screen, those beautiful eyes that told a story before she even began to speak, melodied their way right through my screen. Her smile dressed her face. She was glowing, beautifully sitting at the table, and when she began, I heard piano keys in the background of her cadence, guitar, bass, trumpets, sounds of her band won me in flight to her capturing light. I was riding her wave through the other side of the phone. And when her enchantment unfisted my shirt's neck. Like magic, she was gone. Quarantine rules had us exploring new rooms, new realms, new sites for poetry and art. The first time I saw her in the classroom setting, her persona well matched up with her smarts. And I was thinking, I wonder if she can see me peek, feel my stare at her chest pinned up on my screen, my fingertips brushing her hair from her cheekbones, enough to see her in full gleam. I wonder if blown kisses penetrate social media when they're puckered up in a passionate thought. If I DM her through the Zoom chat room, will she laugh, reply back, or expose my card? There's always that maybe. Tracing her face, ain't a closed thought escaping, trapped in her gorgeousness. Anyway, never I thought this day would be the beginning of something that would become how we are living. The first time I saw her, I had no idea that every time after that, whenever I see her, it still feel like the very first time that I laid eyes on her.
Okay.
Okay, period. I was waiting for you to
I
say
love the
poem or
love.
something. I didn't know if it was in this. I was trying to wait to hold my,
That part.
my snaps and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta think that through before you decide to hit that slide into that DM, that direct message. You gotta really think it through.
Right, right. And you better be correct
Yep.
about how you approach. Because,
Absolutely.
man, I'm telling you, some people been way out of pocket um, in their courting. That's what I'll call it. You know what I mean? This is another one dedicated to her. You arouse. So if my words like stand up in your ear, it's all your fault. So go on. Take the blame for my want to press like 18-year-old dick up against you. I want to fuck you like we 25 and energetic. Let's fuck like we in our 30s and really know what we're doing. Let's fuck till you can't stop saying it out your mouth. I feel like we owe it to ourselves, to make memories that our bodies never forget. I want to wake you up from a dream of our being together and you feel like you still in it. Have you come multiple times like, damn, babe, you still in it. I want to make you feel dirty doing God's work. And after I've shown your soul around heaven, after you spread your wings to my rod, after you've placed your halo on my head and bathed in your holy water, it will be like church, like wedding bells, like consummating matrimony. Let's jump bones like we jump in the broom. And I'll carry you beyond the thresholds of your fantasies. I'll show you the depths of your imagination can be physically penetrated by me mentally. See, you arouse to the point I can't stand without pointing, without protruding out in the direction you stand. So if you catch me seated, trying to keep my cool, know that you have me on the dance floor ready, posted like a tripod. Don't mind the butterfly of my feet, because I don't think they've touched the floor all night. I just want my leg in your legs while I'm smelling your hair, your flower. Heaven must have a garden missing a rose. Must be a vacant space for an angel somewhere up there. Either way, I truly don't care. I have no intentions on sharing. Up there, down here. See, I'm selfish with it. I want you all to myself. I'm all about we because you arouse me. Peace.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Okay.
I like that play on you aroused me. Nicely done.
Thank you, brother.
I didn't know we were stepping into the erotic stuff. I was like, okay, I see you. I hear you. That
Well,
was dope. I liked it.
I wanted to do that because she played from our playlist today. And though I wasn't on the screen at the moment, I was fully involved. Fully,
That's so sweet.
yeah. So thank y'all for receiving those messages. Love, did you send me a list?
Yes, I texted you.
Okay, awesome.
That was great work tonight. Thank you.
Well, okay, let's get it going. Y'all show some love for our next artist. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and join me in welcoming M.A. Dennis.
Woohoo!
Oh, thank
Let's
you.
go,
Thank you.
Captain.
Go
What's up?
poets.
Woo woo.
Let's go.
So I think these might be new pieces for well, performing them here.
Get naked.
Get naked. For those that don't know, that's our chat. Whenever somebody brings in a new release piece, we honor them by telling them to be themselves. And that's what Get Naked is.
All my life I had to fight with my pen. I've been fighting for my life. Every line I write rips the heart on my sleeve straight out my chest. Indiana Jones in the temple of Victor Von M.F. Doom-esque. Word association. Caged birds of an ink well-dipped feather flock together. Me and my pen attend court-mandated anger management. My pen is a stenographer, recording all offenses perpetrated against us. My pen chooses violence when crafting a piece. It is a ready writer, singing Song of Solomon, sacred and profane, with a penchant for cursive. My pen needs to get a swerve on. It got pent-up energy. If we got to go head up, my pen will knuckle up, shoot the fair one, shoot the fade, shoot the sheriff, and the deputy. My pen want all the smoke that comes before fire, emojis ablaze in the chat. I stay strapped with the writing utensil, mightier than a sword, severing the S, then catching it and attaching it to the rear, forming words until they runneth over. When my pen runs out of room, it'll turn a page over and hit it from the back. My pen don't back down or stand down. Whenever our paths cross T's or dot I's, it's on sight. All my life I had to fight with my pen. I've been fighting for my life indeed. When in need, my pen is a paper mate. But then writer's cock block comes between us, and I question my friend. With Chandler's, Joey's, Monica's, Phoebe's, Rachel's, and Ross's like you, who needs enemies? My pen is a hater, more petty than a Tom who rolls with heartbreakers. It made me heartless with my dominant hand. The notorious BIC, big slapping ballpoints who don't heed my command. Pen better have my paper. From sundown town to sunup, I push my pen to be better than any other instrument used for penning. No number two pencil can fill in as the answer for me. I reject the standardized quo. No marker has more magic. I refuse to be redlined. No whiteboard's only sign can control me. I will not be dry erased. I scribble ferociously until ink flow like wolf spelled backwards. Howl when a poet's body of work blow hits you in the gut. An iron pugilist once said, everybody has a plan until they get punched by somebody's pen. Cylindrical mouthpiece in the center of the ring, towering over Thriller and Manila envelopes, receipts, napkins, bills, shouting, any writing surface can get it. All my life I had to fight with my pen. I've been fighting for my life. And this is why I live and die by the golden gun rule. If you have to duel with a deadly signature weapon, don't bring a knife to a pen fight.
That was ridiculous. That was
Yo, you went
madness,
crazy.
bro.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
So this is a poem that's just in this is in progress. It's not finished yet. So we'll see how it's going so far. This is entitled No Bars. This poem won't get a good reception because it has no bars, just scars, no Lion King references, no comic book characters. Barless poems spawn dissatisfied crowds. Carnage caused by negative performance reviews. The soul of a poet Bill withers away. The audiences use you up until they use you up. They can't get enough bars. Roseanne bar, jump off a cliff and land in a nature valley bar, Jim Crow bar and grill, top shelf open bar. The thirst for bars be like 80s crack epidemic. Poets becoming Klondike heads. What would they do for a bar? One poet gave a leg to get one step closer to a standing ovation. A poet walks into a bar for open mic night, hoping it's a place where everybody knows your name, but you are called Anon, a non-poet. If your wordplay can't play with the big boys, you become an outcast. This poem will not appease your need for wordplay. This poem is a word, and it did not come to play. In the face of each audience member, you see the distaste for lack of bars. You can have stripes, stars, and chevrons. It's not enough. Poets must be proficient in bars, and there's no exception granted just because you have an MFA. Mofos are expecting bars. They want good humor, substance, aggression. This poem will not get a good reception. It pains me to have no bars, but don't get it twisted. No holds barred. I can go bar for bar with anyone, bar none. I got bars, good bars, grand bars, at least 100. Versus a gorilla, don't help me, help the gorilla. Because I got bars. Letter from a Birmingham jail bars, Mumia bars, Asada Shakur bars, Angela Davis bars. Mass incarceration should have dampened desire for bars. But the allure of applause imprisons many poets still want to be a pipeline for bars. Khalif Browder bars. What if a young poet took their own life due to the confinement of a judge's expectations? What if, after losing a poetry slam, they played a real life game of hangman, hung themselves because they couldn't obtain a four-letter word? B blank blank S. I guess I can solve the puzzle, but why bother to fill in the rest? It's all BS. This poem will not get a good reception. It has no B blank blank S. In a Scrabble slam, this poem never scores a 10. It's only worth 4 points. There are 4 things in this life that always want more: greed, death, the IRS, and folks who love bars. The growing demand for ample size bars gave this poem debilitating back pain. As soon as this poem gets home from work, the first thing it does is take off its bar. This bar-heavy climate has poets reaching into their Medea cleavage and pulling out gun bars. And that's where I'm at right now. Thank you for listening.
That's where you at right now.
Woo!
That is a good
Okay.
Keep it
place to be.
smoking.
Yo, what did you say about Big Boys and Outcasts?
Yeah.
What did you say? Can you repeat that line?
Okay. A poet walks into a bar for open mic night, hoping it's a place where everybody knows your name, but you are called a non-poet. If your wordplay can't play with the big boys, you become an outcast.
I like that. Like, so real transparent moment, real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. So I have a line in a poem. Well, I had a line in a poem. I had a line in a poem that said, I never needed a big boy. I've always been an outcast. And someone accused me of stealing their line, even though they said something completely different. They said something about Big Boy and 3K. And it just makes me feel so good that, I can hear someone else using this, like these musical lyrics as a reference. And to know that like people be so loud about me, but wrong. So I appreciate that line. I'm glad I got into this zone tonight to hear that.
Yeah, and I don't, that's crazy for someone to even tell you that. I mean, that to me, that's not like it's the greatest, connection in the world. I mean, and there's nothing new under the sun. So,
Right.
Yeah, I don't see how somebody could think they're the only person that would ever do a line that has Big Boy and Outkast in it.
Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Like that was
okay.
I'm glad I got to hear that.
And if you have something with Andre 3000, I got a line with Andre 3000 too. So we
Hey,
same, great minds think alike.
period.
Say that. Yeah. People always talking about you stealing this or you stealing that. Listen, I'm glad you was here. You was meant to be here to hear that.
I was, because I took that line out of my poem and replaced it with something else. And somebody still has something to say about that. So it's just the poetry community is like really like it's hard right now, but I'm navigating. So
Did you
it
tell them
is
they
what
were a
it
big boy? That's what I would have said.
is.
Right.
That's a good one, Shaka. You should have told them put on their big boy pants.
Right?
Right.
Right.
You keep doing your thing, sis. You keep doing your thing.
Yeah,
And like you said, I like that. I'm navigating. You keep navigating, but
definitely.
don't let anyone change you. You keep doing what you do and
That part.
speaking your truth. Speak your truth.
And if you ever do
Definitely.
the poem here, I want to hear the original version. I want to
Amen.
hear it with the big boy and all of that in it.
That
I
part.
want to hear it with the big boy line and with the other line that you replaced it with. I want to hear. I
Right.
want
Put
it
them
all.
together.
Put them
Right.
together.
I got
That's
you.
so dope. And I love the way y'all encourage each other and continue to pour into each other. That's what this space is all about. Know that every room that you walk in is not going to be like home. You know what I'm saying? So when you come into these circles and people try to find ways to tear from you or break you down, just know that that's just not your space. That's not your tribe, and it's okay. That's the whole thing about poetry, about being a poet, is being able to explore every realm and find where you not only deserve to be, but where people deserve to be amongst you. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back to something M.A. Dennis said. I love when you went through the the it's just on the tip of my tongue. Um, when you went through the incarceration section and you tapped onto the civil rights activists being incarcerated, and then how you flipped and tied that into Khalid Broda. All of that was fire to me, being a New Yorker, and really dealing with that element and feeling that energy of what that young brother had to go through, let alone our activists that many are still incarcerated and they're so-called pardoning um, gangsters and criminals that are of a different breed, but they're overlooking those purposely who would bring a rise to their people, and really pulling us together in a righteous way. So I appreciate you for tapping in to that energy within that piece.
Thank you for that, Which, and I just want to say something, just as a backstory. You know, I purposely did these two poems together because in the first one, you know, I'm having fun. I'm talking my shit. I'm displaying my bars. But what I've realized is, you know, as much as I love bars, it's a problem when I'm hearing other poets express feelings of like self doubt, like they don't have something worthy to say because to them they don't feel that it has bars. So that is the impetus for this piece, just to kind of recalibrate the scale. You know, just to say, you know, there has to be some room for other type of stuff. Everything doesn't have to be, you know, full of wordplay and all. That's all nice and well, but you know, sometimes some person can just be authentic. You know, it doesn't always have to be, you know, flashy and whatnot. So that's what I was trying to get across with this piece here that I'm working on.
And I think you did that
I
well.
want poets to be encouraged. That's at the end of the day, I want poets to be encouraged. I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, I don't got no bars. I don't got no. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You bars. All you need is a voice. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's that competitive realm that ties people, or shall I say, pins them into those corners where there's, you start questioning if this is what you should be doing or if this is sufficient enough for the space. But for me, I always feel like God gives you a message. If you don't utilize it, then you're gonna get that same message to somebody who will. Which is why a lot of times you feel like there may be a line or something that's shared in significance to someone else's piece. You know, God gives us all these inspirations. And again, if you don't use it, He's going to give it to somebody who will. You know, great work, M.A. Dennis. Y'all show him some love one more time, please.
Woo, woo, woo. Great
Yeah.
job.
Absolutely.
Amazing
Absolutely
stuff.
great.
Love that.
Very powerful.
I can't stand you, but for you, I'll lay down for it since I can't stand you.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, that was a bar.
Right.
That was a bar.
That. I
I
heard
see what
that.
you did there. I see what you did there.
Legs in the air and all, dude.
Oh shit.
Jackie, you're not gonna push them to the back chat like you be doing me. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that was something you're supposed to be sharing.
No, I never said that to you. No cap.
Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused because
They know they nasty. You the only one who get offended when someone call you nasty. It's not bad to be nasty.
Let's stay focused.
I'm with him. Yep.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Gifted. Get
I'm
the fan
focused.
boots on
I'm very
the ground.
focused. What
I am
happened?
very
Where your
focused.
fan? Where's the fan at? Boots on the
Why'd you
ground.
say? Why'd you ask Gifted if she was ready? What y'all about to do?
No, I'm saying look, we gonna keep the show moving. I don't.
Oh.
It don't take much to get me to go down the wrong path. I get easily distracted. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to stay focused.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
want
sorry.
to hear what all of you got to say.
Where the
Look,
fans
Look,
at?
you're not alone. When you see how I was in that interview the other night, everybody
What?
was telling me to silence myself.
I saw.
Oh my lord.
You might
Okay.
not have known because you was the interviewee.
I was there. I
Oh,
saw everything.
Yes, she did.
Everything.
She was
Okay, well,
catching
moving
it.
right along.
Let's
Shaki
go.
G, how did you do before I do that? Shaki G, how was your slam the other night? I was trying to tap in.
Last night,
Yes.
it was good. I made it to finals and I tied for fourth.
That's
okay.
that's
Congratulations.
congratulations. Indeed.
Congratulations.
That's awesome, Shocky.
Go Shocky.
You have been working so hard
For
and so
nothing, you know?
consistent. Yeah, you've
No,
been so consistent.
thank you. I appreciate it.
That's true. That is definitely true. You are the epitome of consistency. I agree with that.
Yeah, I want you to know I was there in spirit. I was trying to tap in, but it just didn't work out.
It's all good.
That's what's
I
up.
felt you.
That's what I'm talking about.
No homo.
All right. Moving right along.
That's the third time you said moving right along.
Right.
You
Look,
starting to
is she
sound like the
still here?
pastors. Finally.
I'm still here.
Finally, right.
Finally.
Okay, I was just making sure you still here. Look, baby, why you want to do me like that?
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's what's up. Y'all help me, please. Open up your hearts and your mics one more time and let's welcome Be Poetic.
Yeah.
Hey, be
Let's
poetic.
go.
Welcome.
Who the
Welcome
fuck
to
is
the
that?
room.
Ain't nobody
Welcome.
on this thing called Be Poetic.
It's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
iPhone. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to change that. I'm gonna figure it out. Like an iPhone. This first piece is called "This Is America." The last time America ate some pussy was when he told me my reproductive system was no longer mine, and a white man in Congress with a dick in his pants had more say so over what was rightfully mine. The last time I checked, I was born with a vagina and you with a penis. So how dare you check what a woman is feeling when the only time you feel anything is when you come? How dare you penetrate my vagina with your opinions when it was none of your business in the first place? How dare you tell a little girl at 9 she must have this baby that was fathered by her daddy? You might as well pull the trigger and put her in a coffin 6 feet under yourself. And as a woman, I wish I had as many rights as a gun does. And I think the dicks trying to take away our rights must have forgotten where their first home was. And if pregnancy is God's will, then so is a limp dick, because the last time I checked, Viagra wasn't government funded. So again, you need not apply your opinions to my vagina. And if I wanted the government and my pussy, then I would have fucked the senator, since he minds my business more than his own. Women be a death sentence. We be a fucking martyr, bending for bills that should not have been placed in the first place. We be a choice between life or death, a court fine or a prison cell. We be signs that say women are property, like the cattle you breed and butcher. Our uterus hanging from a single branch on a tree, or like slaves with rope around our necks when we disobey. But I beg your fucking pardon, because my vagina ain't up for a debate. It ain't up for a bargain. The audacity. A man who can't bleed once a month has so much to fucking say. A man who can't get erect without taking pills in the first place. A man who has the slightest clue of what it feels like to be a girl. A man who dare wage war on pussy when everyone knows pussy rules the world. I wonder if his granddaughter came to him and said, "Papa, I was raped," would he have so much to say? Or would he jump states bending those same bills he helped put into play? I wonder if his daughter miscarried on a bathroom floor, would he name her a murderer? And I still wonder why we have to explain our rights to men who think we pee from a vagina. And if women can catch a murder charge for having an abortion, then we might as well kill our fucking rapist. Damn, ain't that preposterous? Being fucked by a man twice? But ain't that the American way? As I stand here before you, my reality is I be a death sentence. I be a martyr. I be a body in a prison cell. Because forcing me to have a baby is far more precious than my life itself. Poem.
Yo.
Okay, show's over.
Whoa.
We can all go home now.
That part.
Let me tell you.
My God.
Stop.
It took all my restraint not to just interrupt you after that opening line and just do a rewind. Go full Jamaican.
Right, right.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Yeah, no,
Ah,
for real. Like
yes, yes.
that's a perfect poem. I mean, I hear that poem you just wrote, and that's like those are the kind of poems I want to write. Like you said everything just the way it needed to be said.
I
Amazing
appreciate that.
bars, amazing bars, amazing. I mean, strong, strong. Oh, that poem
Um,
was strong.
am I
Yeah.
dumb? Like, where do we pee from? We don't pee from our vagina?
No, I don't think so. I think there's a separate hole for
I'm
that.
not asking you, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm saying. I thought you was opening it up to the.
So, like, your vagina is okay. So, I do work in healthcare, y'all. So, like, so you don't pee from your vagina. Like, your vagina, it's like the inside is where the penis penetrates. Literally, you take-
Oh, hold on. You must be in a bad zone. We ain't hear that. Repeat that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm driving. I might be in a bad zone.
You good now?
So,
That's okay.
there's this thing called a urethra. That's where you pee from.
I see what you're saying. Like the actual vagina, not the.
Right,
Okay,
right,
I got you.
right,
I
right,
got you. Okay, I thought I was dumb for a minute. I was like, the fuck? Where she peeing on her ass? Where she peeing from?
Wow, this is impressive.
Yeah.
Biology. Go ahead, biology teacher.
Yeah, this is
All right then.
educational. This is a new
Yeah.
education here now. Okay, nice. Yeah, no, I'm looking,
All right.
forward to the
That was
second piece.
fire. All right, she gonna
Thanks.
do her second piece, y'all.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep that in the back. I shouldn't say that.
So my next poem, is called Missed Education. I'm still practicing on memorizing it, so hopefully I can get through it. Good morning, students. Today is Hell Day, and we all know what that means. Another drill, another code red, another practice run for a nightmare on Elm Street. So sit up, give me your undivided attention, because this ain't your regular morning announcements. This is the wake-up call before the alarm, the thunder before the storm, your final notice before eviction. This is how we became angels before we ever got to live. Before first period begins, we are told we are safe. Right after the Pledge of Allegiance to their flag, the one that says indivisible, until a shooter runs up in the school, blasting, bodies turn into slumped over backpacks, riddled and bullet holes. Soon to find out this will be the last roll call. Homeroom turned massacre. We never had to audition, but was casted anyways. Quickly learned how to pay more attention instead of clock watching. Passing notes turned into plan Bs we never wanted. And our names would be whited out before we ever got the chance to write them. One, Columbine 99. 2 students will walk into a school, hate in their hands, leaving 13 students being carried out in body bags. 2, Virginia Tech 07. The subject was math, and how 32 students would calculate y equals mx plus b into escape routes before being sent to heaven. 3, Sandy Hook 2012. Breaking news will be displayed across our TV screens. Childhood dreams severed. Smiles turned into pale faces under white sheets. We called it a tragedy. 4, Uvalde, 2022. 1 hour, 14 minutes. Let that sink in. The chariot would arrive, but it would be too late because these officers counted minutes like calories, and these children's names would be written off before the school bell rang. Delayed response turned execution, and no child should ever have to play dead in a place they should feel protected. So we locked the doors, blinds are closed shut, and we wept silently in a corner behind our teacher's back as if she could shield us from our fate. My heartbeat was louder than the footsteps in the hallway. Every time a locker slammed, my chest collapsed. Shells danced on the floor, and the bullets clapped louder than any applause. My teachers, my friends, my peers became target practice. This classroom became a slaughterhouse. Blood painted the walls. You'd think we were in art class, but this paint wasn't acrylic. But this classroom became a canvas of dead children painted in red the entire world would soon see. So tell me, when does the body count reach its quota? How many more lives exchanged for the right to bear arms? Never made it to a graduation speech. It turned eulogy as soon as their futures became as bright as the sun. I did my daughter's hair that day. We laughed together and we prayed. I made her favorite snack, wrote a cute note that said, chin up, chest out, head high, you got this. I knew how to fill out a permission slip. No one has ever shown me how to pick out a casket for someone who still believed in fairy tales and happily ever afters. Paul.
Damn.
Wow.
I think that piece need a moment of silence.
Wow.
There's really nothing
Woo.
to say
It
behind that.
Absolute
He
fire.
really did that.
was a
Thank you.
blessing. It was a blessing to be able to listen to your work, to hear your ink.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember what I was doing at that time because I saw it come on the news. I was living in Colorado at the time, and my daughters were younger, much younger, and I ran out of the house and went to get them from school. It had me so upset.
Right. Yeah, so another transparency moment. So this is America poem. I wrote, it's a Roe v. Wade, it's an abortion poem. But, recently, well, a couple months ago, I was accused of stealing that poem, even though the other poet talks about gun control and vaginas. And my poem is, no one has said that my poem, like I've never heard anyone say a poem like that. Anyway, I never heard this poet's poem before, but that's one of the things that I'm battling right now. And so one of the people in that poetry community was like, well, if you ain't steal this poem, do another controversial poem. So this is how this piece came about. I said, all right, bet. And that's how I got this piece. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what community that is.
I was just about to ask her, where are you from?
I'm glad.
This
I'm
is
all
in
about.
Charlotte. This is in
Oh,
Charlotte.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this is
Damn.
in Charlotte.
And I've been to Charlotte too. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Charlotte is
but
definitely
I'm in
rough.
Charlotte.
they need to start hanging out in Black Charlotte maybe, and
Well,
maybe they get over that.
It took us some time to get to that point, though. Like she
Yeah.
said, Charlotte is a community that was once gate kept
Okay.
by those who deemed themselves worthy of those titles. When me and my brother started basically doing poetry, period, here in Charlotte, we didn't know about any venues out here in Charlotte. And as the journey grew and we started to meet poets and start bringing people in for features and stuff like that, Um, and I say this with all humble as I can. At the time, I was what you would call the house poet. So all the regulars who were joining kind of were used to my style and who I was. So I got a lot of love from the room. But the poets that were coming in to combat me, and I didn't even know it because I wasn't into slam poetry at that time. I was just into being expressive. And as the time grew, I realized what was happening, and that I was literally under attack. Um, and it's crazy because, again, growing in that energy, we started to see how those forces were working within each other, trying to keep each other in a certain standard by not allowing others to be expressive and be heard. And I mean, it's room for everybody to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of being an artist, period. It's not to stay, you know,
Stagnant.
exactly. Thank you for that. It's all about the growth and where you're gonna take your message to, as well as, your delivery, everything. Everything is supposed to grow. But in order to grow, you have to brush shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. But I realized that you can also sharpen a blade on a brick, you know. So it's due to you as long as you put in the effort. But there were so many amazing artists that weren't allowed to touch these stages because they didn't want their audience to see greatness beyond themselves. So I understand that energy. It took a long time for the Black Charlotte Project to come together because it took us to cross those bridges and realize that there's some strength and unity. Um, and one thing I will say about me and my brothers, we've always been about the circus of artistry, that everybody has something to contribute to it. And together we can put on a phenomenal show. So it's never been about one individual or one group of individuals with us. So I understand that energy, be poetic, and I'm so proud of you for continuing to push forward, continuing to find your greatness and tap into that. And you know what I'm saying, may the Most High continue to guide you along your journey.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, real talk. Baby, I'm gonna need you to take over for me as co-host. I need you to move into the front seat for a few minutes, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Y'all forgive me. I have to step away real briefly, but I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Y'all give it up one more time for Miss B Poetic. That was
Thank
just
you.
absolutely
Absolutely.
fire. Listen.
Brilliant.
Yes. You had me nervous because you're driving, but listen, you got to come back. Definitely. I mean, stay with us. I know you're not going anywhere, but I'm just saying you got to come back and keep adding
Yeah,
your
definitely.
voice to the space. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get in. I've been seeing it for a couple weeks now. I was like, oh, I gotta try and check this out because listen, I'm trying to put my face everywhere. Like wherever I can go, I'm trying to be there. And I had been going to like another open mic and I would be there. And so I was like, you know what, I'm on the road tonight. Let me slide in up here. I'm not doing anything but driving. So let me slide up in here and see what this is all about. So I'm glad I showed up.
We are too. So glad. All right, y'all. Well, y'all make sure y'all find and link up with Miss B Poetic on those social medias out there and stay connected. We're gonna welcome in our next poet. And she's all right, she's stepping away. So please listen, put y'all hands together for none other than we made it. Nemo, some words.
All right,
Nemo,
Nemo.
Go,
come on.
y'all.
Come on, Nemo.
Hey,
Nemo.
hey everyone. So everyone may have heard this a million times, but Nemo in Latin means no one. So Nemo sum is I am no one. I'm going to do a long piece, and a micro.
All right.
Okay. I think I'll start with a long piece. This is called The Gorilla Figurine. What would you ask the dead? The ball cap turned to its side looks a little like how Jaw wears his caps. The cap itself is more what Jim wears, though I haven't seen that color on his head. Jim would never smoke a cigar. I haven't smoked in years. The valet is enjoying a cigarette in between helping old folks into wheelchairs. The parking spaces here are large enough for my car. I'm trying to remember what the doctor told me about the procedure that made my memory all fucked up. He told me why the whole thing went sideways, and he was actually apologetic, but I can't remember what he said. I haven't seen him since that day. That would have been a few weeks after the procedure that fucked up my memory. I don't know what year that was. Someone asked me what happened, and I couldn't tell them. I forgot. A man yelling at a woman behind a desk. Another man loudly shaking his head, but not yelling at a woman behind a desk. A woman behind a desk looking like she does this every single fucking day. A nurse who never made eye contact but held my wrist. Or maybe I never looked at her. A doctor who wanted my blood and had the nurse walk me to the lab. I think he was rightfully afraid that I wouldn't make it there on my own. I'm terrified of needles. A 76-year-old woman who got married last year and has trouble remembering her new name. I imagine sitting at a computer that can answer any question I ask it. And the cursor is blinking. And time is passing by. And the cursor is blinking. And I can't think of a question to ask. And the cursor is blinking. He has so much potential. If only he would apply himself. Didn't read enough, didn't study enough, went outside instead of doing homework, spent time with life and trees and friends and endless bicycle rides. My father left when I was 17 and broke my heart. I loved him with everything I had to give. When I felt him pull away, I tried harder to show him that I was worth keeping. He sat in the corner in one dream and didn't say anything. He was just present. And I think that's the one that got me. That's when his presence really started to bother me. You'd remember if you wanted to. God damn. My grandfather sat next to me as we drove into the bank. He wanted to tell me something so badly, but he didn't. I wonder if he didn't have the words or the courage. Is that harsh? If I could speak to him again, I'd ask him if he healed. Could he heal? Did he ever escape from the chair in the front room where he waited for his mother to come back? Can my memory heal? Can I? And then a micro. I've lost it. Yeah, sorry, I've lost the one I was going to read.
Okay, at first I thought that's how the poem started. I've lost it.
that
That sounds like a poem. That sounds like a way you would start a poem.
It
Hey,
is.
sure.
I can imagine
I'm
that.
afraid I've lost it.
I don't know if you just need to do a freestyle or something.
I was just about to say that. Now
Yeah.
you got to do a freestyle.
I was
want
thinking
you-
the same
Just,
thing.
just, Just speak from the heart, brother. Just start off with,
Oh,
I think
shit.
I've lost it.
I was about to say the same thing. Well, now you got a freestyle. You need
There
3
it is.
words.
Found
Okay.
it. Found it. Keyword.
All right. There you go. Yeah. Thanks
All
to
right.
keyword.
Yeah, nothing like a little freestyle pressure to make you find that piece.
That's right. There you go. I can't be nobody forever. I can't find the light while I'm hiding, living in the crater of my once upon a time. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Just let that sink in. Living in the crater of my once upon a time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a deep.
Wow. I love your pen, Nemo. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It really provokes thought and just allow us your words to resonate throughout. So I love that. I love that about your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Gift. I realized I don't think I had my camera on.
You
didn't have
didn't. You
your
hid
camera.
from us.
It was on at one point. Well, what it was is well, I do the same thing. Like right now, my camera is closed, but you see my virtual background. If I open it up, you'll see my face, and I kind of think that's what you did. We saw your face at one point,
What's wrong, Lincoln?
then it went away.
Huh?
I don't think that was for us, but
No,
yeah.
I got it. She could.
Your work, man, is always sharp, man. It's always a depth within within each sentence, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you really have to dissect your work, literally one word at a time. So it's always awesome hearing you, bro.
Nemo, that the micro poem, how many lines is that?
It is. I think I have got it split about 6 or 7 lines.
Okay.
But it's a lot of splits.
Yeah, I'm thankful to hear that, because it just reminded me of something that I wrote, and I kept thinking that it needed more, but after hearing you do your microphone, maybe what I have is enough. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, micros are powerful and they're liberating. And I feel like sometimes we have to give ourselves the freedom to just write a little bit, but have that little bit say a lot.
I like that.
I'll step off my soapbox now.
Listen, if you ever do a collection of micro poetry, that's a good quote to put at the beginning.
Oh, thank you.
Got to give ourselves. I'd say I don't remember exactly how you said it now, but say a lot with a little.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shaki G, I hope you didn't find my humor dark and offensive. I love you, and I hope you know that.
What are you talking about?
I sent you something in the DM from what was said earlier,
Oh,
and you didn't respond, so I didn't know if I was out of bounds.
And we just spoke about this. We started the show off with this DM.
Yeah. You gotta be careful, like for real. You know, but we family. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And one thing that I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. So if I was wrong, forgive me, please. You know what I mean?
no, I didn't see it. I still don't see it.
Okay.
Oh, you might have sent it before I left. AJ called me and I left and came back, so I probably didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes that's what was meant. It wasn't supposed to be seen.
Okay.
Might have been dangerous.
Oh.
Oh
Well,
no,
listen,
I don't get upset about this.
I've seen you put some dangerous stuff just on to everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say I say crazy shit in here all the time, man. You be wanting to kick me out every week.
Listen, that's why I felt like I could send it to you, but when I didn't get a response, silence it can mean so many different things, and that's another reason why it's better to express directness rather than through the message, because through translation it could be misconstrued.
Yeah, no, I don't see the message. So
One quick thing. I think you just gave us the prompt for next week, Mr. Witz.
what is it?
What did you just say? You just said something. Oh man,
Sometimes, what is it? Is it in
to
regards to
the
the
silence
DNB?
line. No, you just said the thing about the silence. Sometimes silence. Did you say sometimes silence can? No, you said silence can mean so much. I think that's what you said.
Oh yeah, you always giving homework.
You said
What
silence
did I
can mean
tell
so
you
much.
guys about him? He gives homework all the time,
But
all the
but it's dope.
time.
It's always something dope, and
Yeah.
it's always like unique how you pull it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'm gonna need MA to do the homework. Have you done the homework?
I think I have. Have I?
Tell him.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go back and watch the tape.
Hmm.
Oh, they put you on blast right
Oh
now.
my goodness.
But look, but I do
He
believe
wrote
Ever
to
Have,
like
I do
57 Gods one or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
it
I
did.
was
Thank
getting ready
you.
to say I do
Thank
remember
you.
him coming back with a
Okay,
homework.
Thank
fine.
you,
And
Lieutenant. Thank you. Yes, I did. I did do at least one.
yeah,
Okay.
At
and,
least one.
Well, I've
Okay.
done two. I'm winning.
In any case.
listen, you always winning as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I had sometimes silence because okay. Well, either way. All right. I wrote it down. Thank you.
Silence can say so much. Okay, well, dope. We'll run with that. New homework. We'll be looking forward to everybody getting naked next week. Gifted, thank you so much for uh, grabbing the reins and riding this thing out.
Oh,
Damn you. Damn you. Damn
Heck
you.
yeah, heck yeah.
I can't. I cannot with this
It,
guy, man.
it wasn't even meant that way, but there's no accidents.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Gifted, who's next, honey?
I sent it to you in a message. Jalea, if you're still here, I wanted to make sure did your hand come down by accident. If so, I still have you in the lineup. And then escape artists, if anything changes, let me know. But do you have the list?
It was on.
Oh, I
That's
got you, Dan.
that's a
Okay, it was
that's a
accident.
prompt too. Did your hand come down by accident? But
You're so silly.
I'm
Stop.
gonna leave that one alone.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, we're back on track. Everyone show some love for Nemo soon one more time. Love you, food dog.
Nemo.
Cookie Man. Yes.
I know him.
did we miss escape, or did I miss escape, or did something happen here in that
Now,
original list?
she had hit me up in I think she sent it to everybody though, but in the comments, she got a little busy right now. So
Oh,
she'll
okay,
come back when she's not as busy with,
okay. I'm just looking at the list, and I have some questions. Okay, with that being said, everyone, please join me in opening your hearts and your mics, and let's welcome Jalea.
Come on, Julia.
Let's go.
Okay, sorry, y'all. It seems like every time I get called up, I have the hiccups.
Is that a nervous thing?
Right? I think I haven't had hiccups in like 12 years.
It's like a combination of like a bunch of things, but I have like chronic hiccups, and they sound like really weird. Erica, don't be mad at me, please. Okay.
Huh?
Everybody gonna be mad at you, baby.
Huh?
Do your thing.
Oh, okay. I missed something.
No, last week you were like, "Hurry up," and I had hiccups still last week.
Did I say I don't even remember anymore? I'm having senior moments anyway.
Don't be trying to bully her,
I
Erica.
don't recall.
No, I took it for love. I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Be Poetic, for being here, being present. I just wanted to put that out there, y'all, because she can't read. She ain't, driving. But thank you so much for being here. Behave Bridget, y'all, on Facebook. Oh no, on Instagram.
Thank y'all. It was a great night. I'm sorry to interrupt. We're on a road trip dropping our kids off, so I gotta go. But thank you for everything tonight. I hope y'all have a great evening.
You too. Be safe.
Thank you.
Right. Be safe out there.
Traveling mercies.
Thanks, bye.
Awesome.
All right, Jaleel. Sorry to interrupt. I saw her message and wanted to just send her off.
No, it's fine. I completely understand.
Space is yours.
This is just called hair. My natural hair has always been a topic for conversation. One's not often started by me. Can I touch it? No. Is it all yours? Yes. Can I have some? Unamused, I laughed. Heh. No. What makes you ask these things? And why does it matter? I'm enamored by the fact that I have some cushy cushioning saving my scalp from sun damage. Heated arguments about my style, damage over years I'm trying to correct. You have not seen the broken combs, dryers with frayed wires, tears falling down my face. F beauty is pain. And I mean that, especially if that's the only time you compliment someone. Frankly, no, I didn't really like that hairstyle, but it took too long. So here we are. All aspects of the cycle: wash, rinse, repeat. Lathered lullabies in the shampoo bowl, but sleeping is for the dryer. Fro so fluffy, shaped like a 1970s jet beauty. Tresses flowing with the wind, no redress needed. Crimps that wave to the ocean, tangled, untwisted, two-stranded lovers. Unraveled Bantu knots, knots not one is sprawled across shop floors. Pads of fingertips that scratch my head are so soothing. I wish it was more of, can I help you, versus when are you going to do something when you're there. I thought that you were going to get your hair done. Honestly, if I was bald, you'd still find a way to give advice nobody's mama asked you for, screaming, no, don't cut your hair. I wish I had some. Well, keep wishing, on account that my body is not your mannequin, neither her portfolio. Oh, and next time you're going to police my hair, since you have all the answers, at least offer to pay for it. You can lend your phalanges to the jungle. My parts are often crooked. Help shop for products that won't work in a few months. Even loan me a scrunchie and unscrunch your face. Those wrinkles aren't cute. The most I can ask of you is to enjoy the inner workings of your ear, to listen before you judge. Thank you.
Yes, Jalea.
Well,
Listen,
damn.
we gotta dive right in on this piece because this piece was phenomenal. My favorite line most definitely has to be, "My body is not your mannequin." But I damn near fell out of my body when you said, "Can I? What is it? Can I have some?" Or they asked him, "Could they have some here?" And you said no. Like that shit was so hilarious for me. I love the directness in it because it's crazy that you even have to have these discussions that this is what people do, s- size you up like that from head to toe. You
Yes.
know, I have to also reiterate a line that you use, which I have been working on a piece that uses this line. Has nothing to do with hair. It has everything to do with the whitewashing of America and Black history, and Black culture, shall I say? But wash, rinse, and repeat is the title of my poem.
Wow.
So when I heard you say that, it kind of reiterated what the energy was a little bit earlier about how lines can find themselves in other poets, um, in other artwork, shall I say, not even poets, but in other artwork. We all share that vein, you know. So yeah, that was dope to hear from you, Jalea. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the space. And while I'm up here, um, you said that you were in Charlotte. Did you or anyone you know go to the Slam in Rock Hill last weekend? Because I know Slam Charlotte performed in that.
I was there.
Who won? Because I didn't see nothing on that.
The team from Virginia.
Okay. Thank you, Nemo.
Absolutely. It was an incredible night. And the final score came down to like half a percentage point. It was something else.
Yeah, this is like the second year in a row that I missed it, but I want to get back up there one day because I moved back to my hometown, so I haven't been able to come back up there.
Yeah.
And where's your hometown?
I'm in Walterboro, South Carolina. It's like 3.5 hours from Charlotte. I'm closer to Charleston.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I didn't know about the slam, but my work schedule has been confining me. Not to mention that my weekends are dedicated to my children, so I don't really have much separation from that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an awesome show, and I'm glad you got a chance to get out there, Nemo, and be supportive.
Yeah, Jim was there with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
amazing show. Amazing show.
That's what's up, Jim. I got to get back in your space, man. I haven't seen you in too long, brother.
We're gonna make it work. I got some ideas.
I like the sound of that. Jalea, if you would like, we have room for you to do your second piece.
I'm just gonna do the one for tonight and save the other for the next time. But I thank you for the time and the space.
You are so welcome. Y'all show us some love. Excuse me, that came out so raggedy. Y'all show her some love one more time, please.
Yes, love it.
Yeah,
Love that
me
piece.
too.
Yeah.
Love that
Go
piece.
poet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I got a hair piece as well, but mine goes in a different direction. So I really appreciate hair
Mhm.
pieces.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you all for the love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy that you said it in that way. Here, pieces, that's like a double entendre. That's with the American language, words can mean so many different things. The same sound, but different meanings or whatever. All right, I'm just rambling right now. Let's keep moving. Y'all join me once more, opening up our hearts and our mics and let's show some love for Jim Love.
All right, Mr. Love, let's go.
Yeah, go Jim.
Yeah, my semi-annual visit in here, I guess, or whatever, once a quarter. Whenever the wife falls asleep at 9 o'clock at night, this is when I come in here. So, got a new piece I'm getting ready to do, and I got one of the best compliments I ever got yesterday. Was having a conversation with a friend, and they were asking me if I would read a piece for a mental health organization, and started talking about the piece, and I go, "That's not my piece. That's Nemo's." Which, like I said, I take as a compliment that she thought I could have written that piece. So I also took it as a challenge, so I had to write a piece. So in the theme of tonight about stealing other people's work, this is kind of me stealing from Nemo a little bit. But in reality, this piece is based on a transcript of a phone call I made on June 26th of 2019. And it's called Ted Said.
Get naked.
Hi, my name
Get naked.
Get naked.
Hi, my name is Ted, and I'm here for your support. I'm hearing you're having suicidal thoughts and feeling overwhelmed. Can you tell me what's going on? Hey, Ted, it's Jim. That's what I said when the phone line cracked like the bones in my chest. Couch had claws that day, holding me down, whispering, medicine cabinet's got the answer. And Ted, he doesn't preach. He doesn't panic. He just listens, like the Atlantic Ocean listens to the moon. He says, I'm hearing you, Jim. I'm here. That's a heavy word here, because my mind's been everywhere but, flickering like a bad porch light, buzzing with the static of misfiring synapses and the rattle of rusted regrets. I just want some kind of control, I tell him, and my voice isn't even my own. Just a whisper from the part of me still hoping somebody, anybody, might answer back. And Ted, he doesn't fix it. He doesn't try to mend what the world's already cracked, but he holds space like a musician, holding silence before the blue note drops. I appreciate your honesty, he says. And for a moment, a breath, a blink, a beat, I'm no longer a ghost in a room full of bottles and blades. I'm just Jim, still here, still speaking, still held by a stranger on the other side of the line. Boy.
Wow, that was a remarkable fucking tribute because I know Nemo's piece about the phone call. And wow, you did that so powerfully, brother. There was
Yeah.
something that you said early that I wanted to hold on to, but as the message grew, I lost it. But I did hold on to the part about the way the Atlantic Ocean holds the moon. What I lost that part too. Sorry. Um,
He just listens like the Atlantic Ocean listens to the moon.
yeah, that was fucking beautiful. Like you can literally see that. Was something that you said early that I wanted to hold on to. I hate losing those thoughts. That's why we have a chat, people. You can hear these pieces, you hear something, and it's something that you worth holding on to. You have to put it in the chat. I'm saying this to myself because I lost it and I didn't put it in the chat. And it's kind of like the guy on the other line. Um,
And
I do.
everything that Ted said comes from the transcript that I have of an actual phone call I made. Like I said, that was almost 6 years ago. So
Wow.
been an interesting journey to get here tonight.
And we're proud of you. So proud of you.
And I appreciate it. You guys have made a world of difference in my life.
There's no accidents why people come into your life.
Amen.
And I've learned that when we cross paths, it's not for us to be surface dwellers. We have to dig deeper and understand that God brought us to each other with purpose and precision. So, I
Yeah,
love you, bro.
I love you too. This one is by Nemo's request, and it is a little bit different tone. Let's put it that way. And I am a Star Trek nerd a little bit, and this is called Darmok with Arms Wide. Hello, Darmok, my new friend. Nice of you to visit Earth again, because misunderstanding is humanity's hobby and irony is our national pastime. See, Earth is where the species called humans dwell. We are conflicted creatures with closets full of contradictions and drawers full of single socks and underwear with broken elastic. Our mornings begin with existential dread, drowned with the bitter juice of a crushed bean, flavored with other crushed beans, and the mother's milk of some other mammal. We slap on smiles like celebrity-endorsed concealer. We head into meetings that should have been emails. We invented modesty and moon landings. We wear shame like it's seasonal. We strut down runways in neon trash bags and call it high couture. We wear ratty pajamas in public because personal comfort is more important than self-respect. We yell to be heard We go to war for peace. We ghost people we swore we'd love forever. We meditate for serenity, then scream at traffic like it put dressing on our salad when we ask for it to be put on the side. We buy painted affirmations in beautiful cursive fonts and hang them in bathrooms next to the medicine cabinet filled with prescriptions that prevent us from feeling the things that don't feel like an affirmation. We worship money but pretend we're above it while stepping over the man sleeping on the sidewalk. We fear obscurity and yet love anonymity. So we tweet our traumas 280 characters at a time, then delete them in fear that someone actually might read it. Or sometimes we just recite our trauma on stage with rhythm and rhyme because no one will take the time to read it. We are miracles in mid-meltdown. We are stardust, snowflakes, eternal and temporary. So welcome, Darmok. Strap in. Try the pizza. Just don't ask about current politics because we've really fucked that up. Peace.
Let's go.
Yes, come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Go,
Tell
Jim.
it. Tell it.
Yeah, Jim, your pen is getting sharper and sharper.
And which Star Wars is that? Which timeline?
It was Star Trek Next Generation
Next
episode.
Generation. Got you.
Episode's called Darmok. It's where the captain is on a planet with an alien, but the alien's language is all in metaphor and allegory, so they have a hard time communicating.
Nice. All right.
So,
I love, there were several lines in there, Jim. Meditate for serenity, then scream at traffic is what really caught me because I'm that person. But,
we all are.
we wear shame like it's seasonal. It was so many lines in both your pieces. Tried to capture some of those in the comments. Thank you so much. Brilliant work.
May
Thank
I hear the line about the bathroom posters again? I missed part of that.
Let's see. We buy painted affirmations in cursive fonts and hang them in bathrooms next to the medicine cabinet filled with prescriptions that prevent us from feeling the things that don't feel like an affirmation.
I love it. Thank you.
Wow.
And,
Oh,
and the line about we tweet our trauma. I forgot how it went. Something characters at a time.
Yeah.
It was towards the end, like midway towards the end.
We fear obscurity and yet love anonymity, so we treat our traumas 280 characters at a time, then delete them in fear that someone might actually read it.
Yeah, that was crazy. This don't have nothing to do with the poem, but Captain Kirk is notorious for getting plenty of alien booty.
Oh,
Yeah, that part. I was thinking the same thing. Brother. God.
Yeah, when you said they didn't speak the language or any language that was recognizable, it just, I don't know why that popped in my head. Something wrong with me, but
Nothing's wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
He spoke a universal language to them women, to them females. That's what it was.
Spoke the language of interstellar love. Well, thank you all so much. As always, love being in this space with you guys. Thank you.
Man, good to have you back, brother. Thank you so much. Y'all show some love for Jim one more time.
All right. Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
All right, let's keep this energy going. Please forgive me. I've been getting kicked in the butt behind this one, but let's do this right. Y'all please open up your hearts and your mics and join me in bringing in our co-host as well as our DJ for tonight, the phenomenal Gifted.
Come on, sweetie.
Come on,
Let's
where
go.
them
Yo,
fans at?
Gifted.
Where them fans at? Where them fans at?
Oh Lord. Thank y'all so much. Oh wow, I've heard such phenomenal. I don't even know what I want to do tonight. Such phenomenal pieces from everyone. Let's see.
You look gorgeous.
I concur with that. You do. You're glowing. Absolutely.
Thank you both. Y'all or something.
Can't wait to see you glowing on the beach.
All right, I'm gonna just do these two that comes to mind really quick. Thank you. All right, this is called Beauty Shines. The good is always undone, yet unfinished beauty still shines. Wonder of its mystique, mesmerize, pulling you deeper and deeper to the strange fruit of its nature. The landscape shifts. Ancestors' ashes burn imprints that dance in our heads. Rise in phoenix wings engulf the flames. Strength stands up, delicate as a flower, uncut diamond, fused by the pressure with unspecified lines, virtual, crossed, intricately, beauty, undefined. Eyes behold their own mind extracting its view. The good is always undone, yet unfinished beauty still shines, allowing us to imagine its rhyme, because beauty still shines. That's that piece.
All right, shine.
It does. Is it just me or did that sound like an erotic piece?
Shine on.
It
That is
it
not
kind of
Take
it's
away a
your
lot of
you
different ways.
can't help it. You can't help it, Gifted. Not to mention the first line is just it was just so fitting considering we were telling you that you were glowing and how good you look. And then you said the title. That was perfect.
it was
Right.
already pulled up, but
But the
thank you.
coincidence of it all was a trip.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was very
And it's
erotic to
not
me.
erotic. The good is
It
always
was.
undone. Like people will
No,
always
no, you have to
undo
let me
things.
get what I want to get from the poem, though. You can't
Okay,
just,
you're right. You're right. You're
you
right.
know, as a viewing listener, like I really like how you emphasized on the depths, like deeper and deeper. Also the part where you said your strength standing and the extracting eye, like all of that was very erotic to me. Like,
Yeah, it made my dick hard.
okay, now that you said that, Shocky, now that's what I was texting you, like, um,
I love this room. I love this room. The
earlier in
Zoom.
earlier in Be Poetic poem, her opening line was about
Vaginas.
yeah, America basically taking her vagina, and you asked like do we pee out of our vaginas? And I was like, Shocky has a vagina. And I was like, it came to my mind, but I was like, no, don't say that. But then I sent it to you in the DM and you didn't respond. But to hear you say that got your dick hard just brought it all back. So I don't know.
I just didn't get your message. I'm sorry.
Delicate as a flower.
And I know your sense of humor. That's why I felt like it was okay to throw it that way. But I don't know. it just didn't want to come out loud. And like I said, when you don't say things out loud, sometimes the message could be misunderstood. So that's why I reiterated, like, I hope I wasn't being offensive. I hope my humor wasn't dry, or yeah.
I want to bring it back to Gifted. I'm just going to say your voice makes me feel things. I'll leave it at that. It fills my heart, and it's just.
Wait.
I don't know. I feel like me
Okay.
and Jim are saying the same thing. I
Yeah.
don't see
Oh,
what
my
the
goodness.
problem is.
I don't
Oh,
see
my
it
goodness.
either. We around family. It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
That was very erotic. That I don't care what you say. I understand what your intentions were, but I know what I felt.
Oh wait,
felt
escape. Don't escape. Don't do that. No.
Good night,
She
Escape.
says, I need a break.
Sending
Gotta
love
get
and
away.
hugs.
No.
Sending love and hugs.
We love you, Escape. We
Oh,
Oh,
understand.
Lori.
we get to hear her.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
but she
mind.
probably overwhelmed. If you have time, we got time for you.
Oh,
Escape.
Please still be there. Please don't hit this escape hatch yet.
It took me a minute to get to my
Okay.
phone.
Oh, thank you, Escape. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, my time is like in pockets, so I had to, I couldn't come on earlier. My bad.
It's okay. Do you have time?
Not really, not right now, but I appreciate the space.
Know that we love you, and we
we
always
love you.
appreciate you as well.
But thank you. The room was awesome tonight, as usual.
Okay. Well, I'm going to write something in your honor called "My Time Is in Pockets."
Oh wow, wow.
Thanks. That's cool.
Okay, we'll catch you next time, Escape. Have a beautiful evening. Hug and kiss on them babies for us.
Oh, she left. I was going to tell her she should use that prompt and write a poem about how women's clothes don't have big enough pockets, and her pockets are in time. Her time is in pockets.
Wow, that's
Too
dope.
too small.
Well, you can
I
always hit
love
it
that.
in the back channel, because that is a dope concept.
Oh, wow.
For those who tapped in late, Mama Betty sends her love. She said she's a little preoccupied this evening, but she hates that she has to miss you all, and she loves you all. Gifted, it's back on you, honey.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Sorry, we're gonna allow you to reiterate what that last piece was about, because I did kind of cut you off because you
That's
did something to us.
that's okay. I'll move on. Shoot. Sorry, I had an accident here. Alrighty.
You had an accident too? Or it was just me?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't. Okay. No, I spilled my drink when the accident. Anyway,
I wet
let's do
myself
this.
too.
Okay. He wet himself. He says.
There is so much love in the room tonight. Just so much.
Which she only got 2 days. She's about to be down there. Relax.
Oh wow. Shocky remembered. Okay, let me get this out. Breathe easy. The cosmic moon shifted. You did something to me. I awoke from my slumber in a trance. Clear vision and deeper insight. You did something to me. Deep mystical realities beyond my ordinary senses. Every instinct I have keeps telling me to run. But I can't. Each glance in your eyes, impulsive, burn, propelling me closer and closer to your heat. Head to toe, I feel warmth of your touch, melting walls of protection away. You allow me to see possibilities in me, of you and me. Can I? Should I? Leap? Just give me a reason to breathe. Easy. That's that piece.
Yes.
Lord.
Damn.
I felt that.
Okay, it's time to say goodbye, everybody. We gotta go.
That piece was erotic, not the other one.
Uh-huh.
The other one was about shining your natural beauty and breaking free.
But
Anyway.
just so you know, I wet myself in.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but all your pieces are erotic.
That is not true, but okay.
And just as the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So is eroticism, and it beheld.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Y'all show some love for Gifted again.
Your face hurts from that.
Gifted.
Thank you, Lyle.
Yeah.
Go Gifted.
Gifted. Woo!
I love y'all.
We love you too. I can't wait to show you.
How did you do this different type, Erica? It's like typed differently. And then I noticed Escape Artist also had like a italicized
I spaced it. I just said G space I space.
oh,
That's what I did.
it looks like a different font, but okay. I'm sorry. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Like you pulled the
And it's in the fan. Where did he find a fan? Huh?
you pulled the Erica card tonight.
What did I do?
The way you just said back to the regularly scheduled program remind me of her piece when the
Oh,
civil
yeah.
rights piece 1-800 number.
Oh, yeah, I love that piece. But that comes from me
Melanin
watching
Matters.
too much television. Sorry.
Thank you for welcome to Melanin Matters.
Right, that
Amen.
one.
Amen. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that comes from me watching too much TV for back to our regular schedule program.
Don't worry, won't be no TV this weekend.
That is not true.
Listen, all the movies you're gonna be participating in, you don't have to worry about watching them.
Okay now.
And our next poet up to the mic is
yes, y'all please help me on this one.
Please help me.
Everyone, please open up your hearts to your mics and let's welcome the phenomenal Brooklyn in the house, Miss Erica.
Let's go.
Come on, Wildflower.
I was gonna say, come on in the house.
Not ready.
I was about to say, come on in the house. Hey.
Come on. How sweet it is.
I'm about to get naked with this.
Get naked.
Get naked.
Now, this piece is long enough to equate to two pieces. A few of you I sent it to. And the young man in the audience is going to help me edit it at some point. So this is something that's a work in progress.
Get naked.
As I peruse my social media, I am bombarded with posts that attack my mental stability. And I question, where is the humanity? Is there any remnant of it that I may draw from to give me hope? because daily my faith appears to be diminishing. And although I try to muster up thoughts and prayers, which don't do much, I'm beginning to believe that my faith may just be diminutive in comparison to mustard seed size. I'm having to hold on for dear life to other brothers and sisters of like minds to restore hope in me. I fear not only for myself, not only for the humans that are obviously affected, but for my descendants. I fear that I may come out of character, and I wrestle with this and find that I'm spent with exhaustion, drowning slowly but surely into depression because of the state of this country, this world. When descendants of colonizers are dismayed, you know there's a problem. So be alarmed. When other countries are shaking their heads at us and see what is painfully obvious to those with any sense, that should be a huge clue. When people encourage you to stay asleep at the wheel and ignore what is in front of your very eyes, it's frightening. I observed a post of a victim of the insurrection from January 6, 2021, painfully utter his disbelief in number 47 pardoning the violators that attacked him, as well as committed treason. And this man was a white officer. I also came across a post of a woman being threatened by her HOA for having a Black Lives Matter sign inside of her home. I listened to a post on the possibility of children from age 7 no longer being considered dependents. A different story covering the threat of Job Corps program being dismantled. Another story on tariffs that could affect much needed items for babies such as car seats and strollers. In other chaotic news, taxes on lower income workers, Social Security no longer secure, ICE detaining the true Native American people, factual history being banned, books being destroyed, segregation being reincarnated, the erasures of veterans' grave markers and their historical impact, qualified government workers being fired, law enforcement given unlimited authority and immunity, acts of voter suppression, women not getting adequate health care during miscarriage. This in itself is hypocrisy at its finest, considering that this country claims they're pro-life, when the lifeless infant itself could eventually bring about a death sentence to the mother if the health provider is not allowed to perform life-saving measures. We've already been aware of the unlawfulness of law enforcement when it comes to anyone other than Caucasian people. After all, when in doubt, violate our civil rights. Eliminate us first and ask questions later, because we always fit the description. At least that's what they tell us. I could go on, but there's too much to unpack here. Never ceases to amaze me the narrative of these folks that have regurgitated their superiority, so much so that they have convinced themselves that we are inferior, uncivilized savages, when they are the very ones with the covetous nature that have committed breaking and entering, genocide, theft, rape, and are now trying to bury the truth to protect their lives. Their double-mindedness is quite prevalent. They claim to want segregation, but when we've proven that we can survive and thrive on our own, they annihilate our efforts. Their methods of cleansing, albeit ethnic, by no means was holy and righteous, never has been, through bonfire or water baptism of their own making. The irony of these biblical parallels are astounding. Thus, the commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not bear witness, etc. Their spin on Christianity is not for the very evil that is obvious, would be laughable, but no laughing matter to those of us whose bloodlines have and will suffer for such atrocities. Tulsa bombing, Black Wall Street, MOVE organization in Philadelphia on May 13th, 1985, Lake Lanier, a watery grave of the town of Oscarville, Mississippi appendectomy, an illegal sterilization of Black women, the Devil's Punch Bowl, a concentration camp of freed slaves held captive unto death, just to name a minute portion of the horror of history. There has always been injustice when it comes to us, but now we're observing the annihilation of decency and their attempts to suppress the evidence, to make it inadmissible to convict their conscience. They want us to be asleep. Only Alzheimer's could make us forget. So I won't be taking part in their delusions of grandeur. When all is said and done, I pray that I'm on the right side of liberty and justice for all. I pray that I'm on the right side of peace and civility, because I don't think I'll have enough in me to pity the fool that isn't. Poem.
Exactly. A moment of silence. That was another fucking phenomenal piece. Phenomenal, right? I'm so glad that you shared that with me prior, and I'm glad that you brought that back here tonight to reiterate it. That's just phenomenal, phenomenal work there. And you hit so many key points to uh, the fascism of this regime and what we're living under today, which is just really, really ridiculous for so many different reasons and on so many different levels. So, you know, big shout out to you, fist in the air, to that poem.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful that God brought that message to you. You did it well. You did it justice.
Yeah, that was a heavy piece. Really makes you have to take a moment to think.
I can probably draw a few poems out of that large one. I know I got to cut it down, but thank you for the space.
No, thank you. Thank you for always being here. Your energy is much much needed. Just keep working. You know, you've come a long way, and you continue to surprise us with your work. So keep going, keep going.
Appreciate that. Since my girl was so sensuous, I'm like, I can't read a sensuous piece. I got to do something different.
I told her, look,
She know gifted her voice. I'm telling you what. I love you, gifted.
I love you too. Great work tonight.
Docky, are you not sharing with us this evening?
Oh, thank you. Just listening.
No, thank you. We see you. You like your emoji?
Okay, Sharky. I thought I was the only person that do that. Sometimes I just come and just listen.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of practicing, so my jaw hurts.
Oh, I get it because you have been working a lot lately.
The cat. Nope.
But that was that was another prompt too. And tap into the eroticism. We're gonna pull a lot of erotic prompts out of tonight's viewing. And the cat got her tongue. Wow. Okay. I see that one.
Jackie, I'm sorry that I'm gonna miss you being in my hometown this weekend, but I hope you have a great time.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
you know,
appreciate it.
I forgot you want to
Best.
be here.
What you say? And best wishes on the Southern Fry.
Bring a big coat
Thank
because
you.
it might snow.
I'm sorry, what?
Right.
I ain't wearing. They better not snow. I think it's supposed to rain though.
Yeah,
I'm just teasing. Kendra says that all the time. She says it snows in Cincinnati every other weekend.
Right.
Yeah, so that's funny. Veteran, are you sharing with us tonight?
Ja, you there, hon? You here?
Well, he did say he was.
I can't, bro. I'm trying, but I'm not gonna be able to.
Okay.
Oh, we miss you. All right.
Well, we appreciate you tapping in anyway.
Yes.
You're gonna want to catch the playback tonight. Was hilarious. And we had some phenomenal work that was shared in this room as well. So the playback is gonna be really dope. Speaking on that, I hope y'all going back and catching some of these shows. If not all of them, go back and tap into some of the energies that were shared. I mean, this is really like a family thing. Like the love and support that's shown in here, the laughter, the tears, like all of that is I know it's better when you live in that moment, but just revisiting some of these spaces, I'm sure it's going to do something to you. So when you do have free time, man, click on one of those links and tap in and receive some of that love again, revisit some of that love again. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up tonight. I thank you all for being here. We can't have this space without you all in it. That's why we are a family, and that's why this is our space, and it doesn't belong to one individual, but it belongs to the whole Who Naked Up in Here family. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for continuing to support and grow this energy and bringing in the new faces. Like there's always somebody new poking in or somebody that we haven't seen in a while. You know how you have those cousins that just be distant and then all of a sudden they pop up and you're like, oh, cousin, I miss you, so it's always good to have that energy as well. But I love y'all.
I love you, Fu. Thank you for this space. Thank you, Gifted. Another Wednesday.
Yes.
Another Wednesday.
My soul needs these Wednesdays, so thank you so much.
That's what's up, Food.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Nemo.
I love it.
It's so cool.
I love it. Thank y'all. It's been a beautiful evening.
It has been.
It has.
You all have a great week and keep pushing those pens, man. Keep pushing those pens.
Yes.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
thank
Giselle.
you.
You
Well.
too.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, folks.
All right. Peace
All
and
right.
blessings.
Have a good one, Jim.